x plus 3. So I want you to go ahead and start multiplying everything by x plus 2 and x plus 3. And then start crossing out everything that's going to cancel. So for the first fraction, they both go away. For the second fraction, only x plus 2. For the third fraction, only x plus 3. So what that means is for the first one, the only thing that's left is a 4. Bring down the plus sign. We have 2 and then x plus 3. And that's going to equal 3 times x plus 2. So go ahead and distribute the 2 and distribute the 3. So our last test of the semester is this Friday, and then we'll start to get ready for the final. So I got a couple people who are borderline between getting a credit and not getting a credit. So you really, especially for my seniors, you need to really make sure you start studying for this test that's on Friday. You need to start studying now. What I mean by that is making sure you're going through your homework, asking questions, all of that. All right, carry down the equal sign, and then that gives you 3x plus 6. So now we're ready to combine our like terms. So that would be 4 and 6. What do you get when you add 4 plus 6? 10, good. So now you have 2x plus 10 equals 3x plus 6. Now what are we going to do? We got two options. We could subtract the 3x or subtract the 2x. I think I'm going to subtract the 3x just to bring everything to the left. All the x's, to the left. So that'll give you a negative 1x plus 10 equals 6. Subtract 10 from both sides. And that would be negative 1x equals negative 4. And then lastly, go ahead and divide by negative 1. And negative 4 divided by negative 1 is positive 4. Can I use positive 4 though? Remember, you can't use a number that's going to make your denominator equal to 0. So is 4 plus 2 0? Yes or no? What about 4 plus 3? Is that 0? No. So that means that this is my answer. I can keep it. All right, so we are going to, this is what we're working on the entirety of class. So in your notes, let's go ahead and go to page 15 so we can finish it out. So we have x squared minus 4, which factors down to x plus 2 and x minus 2. So I'm going to rewrite it. You don't have to, but I'm going to rewrite it just so I can have a little bit more space. So this is what we have. After you factor down that last fraction, this is what we have. So what do you think I'm going to multiply every fraction by? What's my LCD? My LCD is both factors, which would be x plus 2 and x minus 2. So let's do that. I'm multiplying the first fraction by x plus 2 and x minus 2. The middle one. And the last one. And we're going to cross out. On the first fraction, just the x plus 2 goes away. On the second fraction, just the x minus 2 goes away. And on the last fraction, they both go away. Oh, I put a 3 back there, but that should be a 2. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze my screen because I want you all to practice. Just watching me do it and writing down what I do is not going to help you prepare for the test Friday. So what I want everyone to do, I'm going to freeze my screen. We're going to do this step by step. I want you to distribute the 7 and distribute the 5. See what you get, and then we'll come back together and compare. Multiply the first parentheses by 7 and the second parentheses by 5. All right, who got what I got? 7x minus 14 plus 5x plus 10 equals 10x minus 2. All right, so now we're going to combine our like terms. So that would be our 7x and our 5x. And we're also going to add our negative 14 and our 10. So when I add together the green bubbles, 7 plus 5 is 12. And negative 14 plus 10 is negative 4. I'm going to subtract 10x from both sides. And that's what I get. And now I'm going to add 4. And this is what I get. And then lastly, I'm going to divide by 2. So that gives me x equals 1. Can I keep x equals 1 though? Again, you need to check. If I put a 1 here, what's 1 plus 2? Is 1 plus 2 0? All right, what about 1 minus 2? Is 1 minus 2 0? All right, so that means we can keep it. This is my answer. It works. All right, I think we only have 3 more. Can you scroll to the next page? I think it's just 3 more. Yep, 3 more. All right, let's go to our next one. We're going to factor down this x squared plus 3x minus 4. That factors down to x plus 4 and x minus 1. So what that means is that this fraction really has a x plus 4 and an x minus 1. So let's go ahead and multiply everything by x plus 4, x minus 1. So again, in order to solve a rational equation, we have to cancel out our denominators. So on the first fraction, the x plus 4 goes away. leaving me with 7 times x minus 1. Bring down the plus sign. On the second fraction, the x minus 1 goes away, leaving me with 3 times x plus 4. Bring down the equal sign. And on the last fraction, they both go away. So all I have left is the numerator, which is 15. All right, I'm going to go ahead and freeze my screen again, give you a chance to distribute. All right, go ahead and compare. So I got 7x minus 7 plus 3x plus 12 equals 15. So I color-coded the like terms. So that's 7x and 3x. Go ahead and add that together. And negative 7 and 12, add that together. So 7 plus 3 is 10. Negative 7 plus 12 is 5. So let's subtract the 5. So that would give you 10x equals 10. And then divide by 10. And I get x equals 1. Can I use the 1? Who says yes? Who says no? So again, what you have to do is you have to check to see if when you put it in, if you get 0. So if I put a 1 right here, what is 1 minus 1? 0. So that means that this does not work. So there is no solution. If you get an answer that causes your denominator to become 0, we can't use it. We have to throw it out, which means we have nothing. And the reason why, again, is if I put that 1 right here, 1 minus 1 is 0. You cannot divide by 0. That's impossible. All right, 2 more. Any questions about these 2? All right, let's look at the next one. Oops. So we have this x squared plus 8x plus 15. And that's going to factor down to our 2 numbers that multiply to 15 and add to 8 are 3 and 5. So that means that this is really x plus 3 and x plus 5. So let's get started. Let's multiply everything by x plus 3 and x plus 5. So first I'm going to cancel out the x plus 5, leaving me with 5 times x plus 3. Bring down the minus sign. This 4x has both denominators, so they both go away, just leaving you with a 4x. Bring down the equal sign. And then x plus 3 goes away, leaving you with 2 times x plus 5. All right, so take a moment and distribute the 5 and distribute the 2. I'm going to freeze my screen, and we'll come back together. So you're multiplying the first parentheses by 5, and the second parentheses after the equal sign, you're multiplying that by 2. Okay. So you can go ahead and see what I got. So I have 5x plus 15 minus 4x equals 2x plus 10. So on the left, we only have these like terms. 5 minus 4, which is 1. So 1x plus 5 equals 2x plus 10. I'm going to subtract the 2x. And then I'm also going to subtract the 15. I'm going to do it in one step. So when you do that, you're left with negative 1x equals negative 5. You're going to divide both sides by negative 1. And I get x equals positive 5. Can I use it? If I put a 5 here, is 5 plus 3 0? Yes or no? What about 5 plus 5? Is that 0? All right, so we can keep it. This is my answer. All right, one more question, and then that'll be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to finish out the module, and I'm passing out the study guide for Friday's test. So we're going to start by factoring down the denominator, which in this one is x squared minus 5x minus 24. So our two numbers that would multiply to give us negative 24 and add to a negative 5 will be negative 8 and positive 3. So I'm just going to rewrite this fraction with the x plus 3 and an x minus 8. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Multiply every fraction. So for the first fraction, x minus 8 goes away. I have 6 times x plus 3. Bring down the plus sign. X plus 3 goes away. 3 times x minus 8. Bring down the equal sign, and they both go away. So you just have 4x plus 1. All right, go ahead and distribute the 6 and distribute the 3. I'm going to freeze my screen, and we'll see if we get the same thing. All right, who agrees with what I got? 6x plus 18, and then plus 3x minus 24. All right, so our pink bubbles, they're like terms, and the green bubbles are like terms. So 6 plus 3 is 9. 18 minus 24 is negative 6. So I'm going to subtract 4x. And that's going to get rid of this. And then I'm also going to add the 6. And that's going to get rid of that. And that's going to leave me with 9 minus 4 is 5. And 1 plus 6 is 7. Our last step is to divide both sides by 5. And you should get x equals 7 over 5. Or if you put that in your calculator, you get 1.4. And we can use that because if I put a 1.4 here, that doesn't give me 0. And a 1.4 here also does not give me 0. And that is how you solve rational. So how do we feel about that? Thumbs up, sideways, down. Where we at with solving? You just multiply it and cancel it out. So can everybody take out homework 4? If you are absent Friday, it's over here in the Friday holder. So let's take out homework 4 real quick. There's only 4 questions on the front, so it's not a lot to do. And you can write that this homework is due Wednesday.